another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
It was late. And, hello. Hello. Wait a minute. I sound a little winded. Ooh, wait a minute. What is going on? Ooh, okay. That's better. Ooh, that's what it is. Ooh, Bananka blast, baby. Bananka blast. Do I look a little fuzzy to y'all? There we go. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers, honey. What's your tea? Darling, it's another glorious day, honey. I know you have all of your crumpets together because you know why. You know what time it is, honey. It's time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meats. What's up, honey? Listen, today is one of those days, child. I stayed rested in the bed for most of the day. Was trying to get up and out a little bit, but that just was not in the cards, okay? I had a little praise and worship moment earlier. My mom hit me, and all of that. So I had a little moment earlier today, and I was putting up a post for my coworker, and the song "Be Grateful" was in my spirit, honey. Just in my spirit. I should have titled today's song "Be Grateful." Today's show "Be Grateful," but it says, "Darling, I'm just not feeling this shit today." That's the title of today's show. Darling, I am just not feeling this shit today. Have you ever had those moments, honey, when you're just in that particular quandary, and it's like, I just know, and it feels a little that way because they always tell us, make the best of the world, make the best of the day because, life is short and this, that, and the other. But today was one of those days I just didn't feel like doing anything. And today was a perfect day because I should have gotten up and did some straightening up. I got to get my table clean because, this is my work area and carrying on. And when I tell you, child, this table, honey, is hit. It is hit, okay? I can't find shit. Everything is everywhere. I got wires and stuff everywhere. So it's just one of them. But I saw myself doing it. But the more I saw myself doing it, the tireder I got. Have you ever had that? Where you want to do something, but as soon as you see the vision, but just looking at it made you tired, so you just made you just sink into bed a little further. Well, that was me today. There was me today, and I'm sick of that becoming my excuse because now, at this particular point, honey, it's really becoming an excuse. It's a convenient excuse, and even though as true as it is, it's still becoming an excuse. And I do not like that about myself. Usually, I am someone who, when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Now I do that for other people. I tell other people I'm gonna do something, honey, I'm gonna do it. I break my neck to make sure I'm a man of my word, but I always break my word to myself. I say I'm gonna do one thing, I do the exact polar opposite. I promised myself I'm gonna do this, and I always break my promises to myself, you know, and that there is something that I've got to do better with because hell, okay. And I think, and I know what it is because I'm finna go to do it now. I was just going to say, well, it's just me, you know. I know me. I know what I need to do. I know, you know, it's me, and I know ain't nobody gonna do it but me, you know. And carrying on, so I'm in that particular space, and I'm like, okay, yeah. But at the same time, of being in that space, you know, just being in, um, giving my word to somebody else, though, you know, it makes it seem as though I'm hypocritical, and that there's something that, you know, I don't like to live a life of hypocrisy. You know, I don't, because it's easy to come back on you. It's easy for folks to point fingers at you and carrying on, especially when, you know, there are people around you that think you got your shit together, or it looks like you got your shit together, or you portray that you got your shit together. And all it is, honey, is adjusting. I'm gonna put it to you like this. My very first roommate, when I moved out for the very first time, when I was independent and on my own, I moved out of my mama's house, honey, because I was 18 and I was like, I'm grown. And my mother was kind of pushing me out, you know, in that regard. And when I said I was going to do it, you know, when I said I was going to do it, it was the timing, because even though she was ready for me to leave and be on my own, she knew I was making a mistake. Okay. But most of the time, your first move out, if it's not going to school, a lot of times when you're moving out because you're tired and trying to get out on your own and this, that, and the other, that first step is always a mistake. And so my mother, she didn't stop me. She let me do it. And I moved in with a guy. His name was Michael. I was going to say his whole name, but his name was Michael. Okay. Michael was 14 years my senior. Okay. So I was 18. He was 31 going on 32. And, you know, when we met and carried on, you know, it was wonderful. You know, he wanted this and he wanted that. But what it was, Michael was trying to hustle me. Okay. And when I came into the hustle of it, you know, that it became a problem. And it's interesting that I talk about this because, child, I thought about this the other day and I had a cute cackle, because here's what it was. This was in 1988. Okay. I'm 18. I moved in with him on my grandmother's birthday, October 25th, 1988. Okay. And at that time, the rent and we were living in a 1-bedroom apartment, but we had a closet that was big enough to put a twin size bed in, even though I did not sleep in that damn closet because there's no ventilation, of course, but it was big enough to put a bed in there. But at that time, the rent for that particular bedroom, 1-bedroom, that had to been about maybe 700 square feet. Maybe, no, not that big, because I'm in the 700 square foot now. It wasn't, maybe about 550. Yeah. All utilities included. Okay. Our rent was $250 for the month. Okay. And so, of course, we said we're going to pay half. Okay. $125 each. And then we were supposed to be putting money in the kitty. Right. Now, what he told me was we were supposed to be doing 175 a piece, because that extra 50 a piece was supposed to go into the kitty for groceries. Okay. Well, all of a sudden, this motherfucker conveniently goes on a diet. Okay. So while he's on this diet, this motherfucker goes and buys Weight Watchers, margarine and shit, you know, specific stuff that was only for him to eat, right? Because I wasn't eating that shit at the time and carrying on, you know. And I said, this makes no sense, you know, but okay, I rolled with it or whatever. So every time I went grocery shopping, I'm stocking up the refrigerator, right? So I'm putting in maybe like $50 to $75 worth of groceries a week. Okay. But you claim you on a diet, but every time we turned around, every time I went grocery shopping, your ass was eating like a motherfucker because you ate when I was at work. See? So I'm coming home, the milk is gone, the this is gone, the that is gone, and carrying on. And that's no biggie because I come, you know, I'm one of the ones who believe, honey, the refrigerator is community property. Okay? Unless I'm buying something very specific because I'm going to cook something, don't fuck with this because I'm going to use that for my meal or whatever. The refrigerator is community property. Okay? So if you're going to buy those specialty items, honey, not that you got to put your name on it, but you let somebody know. But what you're not going to do is every time you put something in that motherfucking refrigerator, you're going to say, oh, that's mine, that's mine. That's not how that works up in here, right? So I didn't have a problem with that. But what I did have a problem with was that you claimed you on a diet. So every time you went to the store, you only buying your little dietary shit. But you're eating up my shit, okay? All of the shits. You eating it, claiming you on this damn diet. And then you invite your little friends over, so you eating and the friends eating the shit. But I'm the one that's doing all the grocery shopping. Right. Okay. And it was then that I was like, and here was the biggest promise that I constantly break. I told myself when I moved out, because I moved in October 25th, 1988. Honey, December 26th, right after our Christmas party was when I moved out. I already had my shit packed. I was like, baby, you got a car? And said, yeah. I said, here, take this down to your car for me. I want you to take this around to my mama's house. Okay. So I packed up two people's cars, honey, and took my shit back around to my mama's house. And that's how I moved out. Okay. And when I moved out, mama was like, I knew it because I was waiting on you to come back because this wasn't the right move. Okay. But it gave me a taste, you know, what it was to be independent for a minute and carrying on and dealing with folks. And at that time, I said, I was never going to have any more roommates. Well, I'm 52 now. And I have had more roommates and house guests and carrying on than the law would allow. Okay. But I get that from my mom because we always have been the family that we can't see nobody out in the cold. You know what I'm saying? And if I know you ain't carrying on, you don't fall on hard times because everybody fall on hard times. Okay, the richest of the rich fall on hard times. We don't know it because they got enough money to where they know what their finances are. So they may not have a hardship financially or whatever, but they know what hard times are, where they got to buckle down and, you know, change the way how they do shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to experience something. And so that's one of the traits I get from my mom. You know, we can't see nobody out in the cold or without or whatever. I've always opened my home to give people an assist, you know. And this, that, and the other, to give the assist and things of that nature. But what happens is when you start to show me that you're not doing anything for yourself, that's when we have to start having hard conversations. And they become hard because when you know what's going on, and I've had one guy, you know, he was having the damnedest time trying to find a job, right? And he would try to get to the interview process, but would never sit the interview, right? And every time we turned around, it was always something. And what pissed me off about that was, here I was in financial, I wouldn't say ruined, but I wasn't ruined because that was right about the time I had my surgeries and stuff and lost my job and this and that, you know. And I'm sitting up here like, how in the hell am I going to pay this damn rent? And I'm telling him, okay, baby, I need you to be ready to hit it, because if they come put my shit out, honey, I can't be responsible for the both of us trying to find a place, you know. And what upset me was that a lot of his friends, instead of them sending him money to pay a bill or something, they would send him plane tickets and shit so that they can take him to go party some motherfucking where. Now, I can't tell nobody how to spend their damn money, but I'm like, how do you do that? How do you do that? You know? And it became a whole, it became a whole shit on my face kind of thing. Cause I'm like, I know you told them what your situation is. And they just said, fuck me. And basically, long as they was fucking with you and partying with you and having sex with you or whatever, that's all they wanted out of it. So that's what they paid for. Okay. They didn't give a damn. Okay. About the living situations. So it's always, you know, those kinds of things that end up, you know, ruffling my feathers and carrying on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but why did I start this tangent of roommates and carrying on? I forgot where I was going with all of this, but nonetheless, you know, that there is that. But today is just one of those days, child, where we're going to do a hodgepodge of things today. We may end up having a short show, honey, because as y'all know, Nikki is down for a minute. You know, she's trying to get her life together and carrying on with some personal things, so she may not be in. In fact, I'm not expecting her to come in. Red and carrying on. He's dipping and running and carrying on, preparing. I'm sure they got tomorrow is what, second Sunday? Is tomorrow second or third Sunday? It is the 13th. Yeah, it's second Sunday. So yeah, they have service tomorrow. So I'm sure he's running around trying to get that together. Okay. So we're going to have a good time up in here today, right? And yeah, that happens to me sometimes, okay? I've been checking out near-death experiences, spiritual experiences on YouTube. I don't think here is all there is. It's too mean for this to be all there is. You know what? That's a very good point, Groove. You know, I don't believe that this is all there is either. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that whatever the afterlife is, or whatever that next expression of living becomes, I don't know. You know, if you really want to know the truth of the matter is, I'm starting to think that our spirits just evolve and go to whatever that parallel universe is. You know, I'm kind of like a trekker and all that, and realizing and understanding that we're not the only beings out here. I accept that. I also accept the fact that, you know, if we believe in anything larger than us, it's very arrogant to think that humanity is the only thing out here living. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have an entire world that's here, okay? And if you're able to say that there are 9 other planets out there, and we can see 9, well, 8 other planets. No, actually 9, because I think they said they just discovered a 10th planet or whatever. So if we're able to see that there are other planets out there, and we done gave them names and carrying on, and who's to say that those are the names? Okay, we done gave them names. Okay, so if we know that they're out there, why is it hard to believe that there may be life on those planets? You try to tell me, oh, the air is this and the air is that, and can't nobody live on Venus, or can't nobody live on Pluto, or whichever one is the closer to the sun, because it's too. We don't know that, do we? We're not there. We haven't been there. In order to explore, in order to know the life or whatever, right? We don't know. We don't know. We give a guesstimation based on our calculations and et cetera, et cetera. But I truly believe that when we leave this world, that because the spirit never dies. I really believe that spirit never dies. Okay, which is why you always see somebody that remind you of somebody, or you always get a feeling of something of, for those of you who lost loved ones that cannot, you can always, when they're around you, you can feel them, you can almost touch them. You know, you see them because they'll pop up. Sometimes you think it's a mirage or something, and you be walking down the street and somebody will remind you, or they look like somebody. I know that happens with me. Whenever I was doing some dirt, honey, I would always see my grandmother. Somebody walking down the street that would remind me of my mother's mother, right? I'm like, oh, Sarah Francis. Okay, that's her. Okay, trying to tell me I'm doing something I ain't got no business, right? And in those regards, I think that's what happens, and we end up just evolving and moving on into whatever the next expression is, because I think in this life, the only one that we know, we do have a lot of mean spiritedness here, and in trying to understand and to be able to have a balance between spirit and human, okay? Because there's a dual existence here, right? But we have to find the happy medium, because when we don't find the happy medium, we're out of balance. Because, they say, don't be so heavily bound that you're no earthly good. For all of my Christians out there, honey, that's saved, saved and baptized, and filled with the Holy Ghost, with the evidence of speaking in tongues. No, wait a minute, you're saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. Okay, fire baptized and filled with the Holy Ghost, with the evidence of speaking in tongues. Okay, so we get into those things, and they tell you, don't be so heavily bound to where you're no earthly good. And then on the flip side of it, they would tell you, honey, you can't be so much in your flesh to where you ignore your spirit. Okay. And that is where, so we have to find that balance, in order to coexist. And most of us are horrible at it. Most of us are horrible at it. As a matter of fact, I was on a live very briefly this morning because we were having connection problems. What's my baby's name on Ruthless? Oliver. That's it. He plays the character Oliver on Ruthless, for those of y'all who are into Ruthless. But his real name is Stevie Braggs Jr. Okay, very beautiful, beautiful man, honey, and heterosexual as he want to be, honey. I'm gonna let him be that way, child, because I ain't gonna, disrespect the man. But oh my God, if there was ever a way, honey, I could sit down there and wheel that man to say yes, to want to be a playmate of mine, honey. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Okay, but that's just lust talking. But he posed a question this morning that was absolutely mind stretching and very engaging. And that question that he posed this morning was, it was karma versus destiny. Is karma real, or are all of our steps destined? Okay. And one of my responses to him was, it's just like how people say luck and blessed. Oh, I'm so lucky. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. And spiritual tell you, no, and luck ain't got nothing to do with her. This is a blessing from God. I'm blessed. In that whole regard, I was telling him, in the natural sense, we understand karma. Okay. The natural carnal man understands karma. But the spiritual self understands destiny, and understand that, for those of us who believe in it, and let our spiritual selves rest, rule, and abide, that it's our spiritual self that say, okay, no, my steps are ordered by God, and I know that God has a plan for me, and this is in God's will, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. And so, but they coexist. They coexist at the same time. And most of the time we set up that fight. We are fighting the fight of trying to make one of them right and the other wrong, when they're both right. Okay, when they're both right. Okay. Okay. And okay, here you go. No, karma is just one of your life destinies, period. Okay, okay, karma is just one of your life destinies. Well, here's the thing. See, karma, like I said, karma is that's the carnal self that says that happens. But in the spirit, we say you reap what you sow. See, karma is in the natural self what we say spiritually when we say you reap what you sow. Okay, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Okay, it's just that there's dual existence here. Okay, so instead of, the fight becomes trying to make one right and the other wrong when they're both right. Okay, when they're both right. Okay, so exactly. Okay, right. Tomatoes, right. Okay. And it's all the same. Okay. But here's where it's different, because tomatoes are a fruit, they're not a vegetable. Okay. Okay. Hey, Charles, how are you, darling? Okay. When Greg passed, I had the TV on Beaver, left the room, came back, and Cold Case was on. I didn't touch the TV. Wow. Okay. Okay. Now that's something. Okay. Then I challenge you to peel a potato. A tomato. All right. I can, honey, very carefully, but I can. But the reason why tomatoes are a fruit and not a vegetable, because tomatoes have seeds, darling. Every fruit has seeds. That's why the whole big thing about marijuana. Everybody say marijuana is not a plant; it's a fruit, because it produces its own seeds. Okay. And some fruits you don't have to peel, like cherries. You don't have to peel a cherry, and cherry got pits all day. Okay, you don't have to peel a cherry. Okay, or a raspberry. Okay, that doesn't require peeling. And all of that. Blueberries. Okay. Now here's something that's funny. Now blueberries are considered to be a fruit, but that's a plant, because blueberries don't have seeds. Okay. The hell. We all fruits, because we all got seeds in the sack. And there you have it. See? And there you have it. Okay. And there you have it, darling. There you have. That's why we're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. Okay, just that some of us who got seeds, some of them got blank seeds, child. Okay, they're not genetically modified, or are they? Ooh, now that's a hell of a conversation. That's a hell of a conversation, honey. To sit down there to mind boggle you, honey. Since we're talking about genetically modified foods ain't good for you and carrying on, at which they are not, because they change the properties. Genetically enhanced food, the properties have changed, and we're still trying to figure out what it does to a body over time, So what about those who are those of us who are, I won't say barren, but those who shoot blanks, guys who are, low sperm counts and things, and they shooting blanks, honey. Those women, honey, who are not able, their eggs don't fertilize, or they don't produce enough eggs. Okay, are they genetically modified? Because that's natural. That's something within their genetic makeup that it doesn't happen for them, which is a great big concern. That's a great big concern, particularly when we have made humanity and put so much stress on being fruitful and multiplying, and we have made everybody's worth, their masculinity or their femininity, we have based the world has based those definitions on how they produce children, if they could produce children or not, and all of those things. How effective are they as parents, and this, that, and the other, and then their faith in God, I mean, but hell, wasn't that the story of Abraham and Sarah? Sarah was barren and couldn't have children at one point. Okay, she couldn't do it. Okay, until it was time, right? And so, yeah. So what is that? You know, that's a real philosophical question for you. That's real good. Ooh, that's good. That's a real philosophical question for you that would spark up all kinds of debate, baby. Okay, all kinds of debate. Yeah. Yes, honey. My friend said up here, he bought one of those whirlpools, you know, those little $300 whirlpools that you can blow up and put out at home. And he got it because he was like, you know what, I'm gonna see what this is. And honey, I done got jealous because the damn thing lights up and things and this, that, that. He just sent me a picture of him, a video of him in his whirlpool right now. And I'm like, oh, you know I can't stand you. Because over here, um, um, I don't have the room for it. You know, I live in an apartment complex and I'm in an apartment. I think he's in a townhome or something. He got patios and decks and things and he could do all that. I can't do it. Because I was like, damn, I would have bought one. I should have bought it anyway, just kept it in the box, you know, for when I move and get my home and all that. Okay. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah, that there is part of what we are going through. Oh, wait a minute. I just had, oh, that didn't feel right. Okay. Oh, okay. Um, yeah. We are trying to get this together and et cetera, et cetera. I've got too many things going on. I had a text come in about something I need to finalize. I thought we had finalized that, but apparently not. Okay, so I got to contact her and et cetera, et cetera. But nonetheless, let's get into a couple of things, honey, because like I said, this is gonna be a hodgepodge show. And it's gonna be that because today was just one of them days I just was not feeling it. So trying to make sense of the day. Trying to make sense of the day. We're gonna go to the cards, you know, the discussion cards and carrying on. I pulled some. I had these pulled a while ago from the After Dark edition of the Let's Talk Tonight cards. Can y'all see that? Yeah, there we go. Tonight Let's Talk. Okay, this is the, like I said, the After Dark edition. Okay. And here's one that bothers the hell out of me. I need to hear what y'all thoughts are. It says, do you feel it is okay to go through your significant other's phone without permission? Why or why not? Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Do you feel, as a matter of fact, let me make that a banner. I'm going to make that a banner so folks can weigh in. And what I want y'all to do, this is going to be the question. Okay, this is the question. And I want y'all to put y'all responses in in the chat. And you know what? Here's what I'll do. I will bring you in on if you want to talk, put your comments in and say, bring me in, honey. And I will send you the link and I will bring you in and we can sit down here and go through this. Okay. Yeah, because I have a thing about this one. Okay, I really do because uh um without permission. Why or why not? Okay. Um I have a problem with this one because we've been hearing this a lot on the TV and carrying on. I done heard some stupid shit, you know. Oh, I missed the word. Wait a minute. I missed the word. Let me redo that. I gotta edit it. It's through your, not through. Through your. Okay. There we go. Okay. I done heard some asinine shit. I done seen some stupid ass arguments, over this particular why didn't it change? Wait a minute. Oh, how do you wait a minute. I said no. Why didn't you change? Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. It's not letting me edit. Why is it letting me edit? Okay, do it the right thing now. Do it. Oh, that's why I didn't save it. That's why. There we go. Thank you. Okay. I was exiting out and I didn't save it. Okay. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. You have to be mindful. Y'all know my allergies, honey. I love to sit down here and whip my ass at this time of the night. Okay. Oh, excuse me. But I have heard the damnedest things, okay, about going through somebody's phone, okay, and okay.
Ain't that the TikTok trend? You gonna cry? You gonna suffer? You gonna pay me in tears?
Okay. This shit, I don't understand. Why is it that one feels that you are obligated to go through somebody else's phone without permission and then get mad about what you find? Okay. Now let me be completely transparent. Okay. I've done it once. Okay. I've done it once. It was not my significant other. It was a roommate of mine. Okay. And what happened, he lied to me. Okay. He lied to me. He had went out on a date and he stayed out all night, right? Now, I had gotten concerned because I know he had to go in to work in the morning. So he came back home in time to shower, change, and to start to leave to work. So there was a whole big to-do with this because my other friend, okay, was sexual partners with, and this is my gay nephew, okay? So my nephew had set up this date with my roommate at the time. But my other friend, we were all living in the same apartment building, was one of my nephew's sexual conquests, okay? So what happened, the child come on and he say, hey, I see Mark came to come and see us. I said, I didn't see Mark today. He said, you didn't? I said, no. He said, well, he and Monty at the bus stop. And, my face doesn't have a poker face, okay? My face doesn't have a poker face because I knew Monty was going on a date. So, Sherrod was like, listen, he saw them and they were bullshitting him, right? Because he was like, well, here, I'll give y'all a ride, because he's sitting up there trying to give him a favor. And they didn't want them at the bus stop. So he was like, okay, I'll take y'all down where you're going. Oh, no, it's okay, because I'm going to the park and he going to his sisters, and so Sherrod was like, well, I'll take y'all down that part or whatever. They declined. So when Sherrod came and told me that he saw them at the bus stop, my face was like, oh shit, okay. So Sherrod, being Sherrod at that time, because the child had grown up since then, Sherrod, I thought he went upstairs, tried to say, no, Sherrod left my apartment, honey, went back outside. He got jumped in his car and he went to go follow the bus. And when he followed the bus, he saw that one child did not get off at the bus stop to go to the park or whatever they said they were doing. And he saw that the bus had went down to the fairgrounds. And so he knew what was going on, okay? So it became a whole big to-do, right? A whole big to-do. Now, my nephew was like, I'm not in no relationship with you. It's my dick. I can do what I want to do with it. You don't own me and this, that, and the other. And I had to correct him. I said, you can do what you want to do, but why would you do that so close to home? I said, see, you think this just sex. And no, bitch, you done came in between friends. You have just come in between friends. Why? Because you was hot in the ass, or no, better yet, he was hot in the ass and wanted to have you, knowing that you and Sherrod was already twirling, you know? And instead of making it a fun little do, you decided to, and it wasn't you, it was him, my roommate, being sneaky and shit, going behind, you know, and dipping and dabbling and carrying on and doing some fuck shit, right? So it became a big to do. So when my roommate came back, Monty had come back to the house, he jumped in the shower. So I went to his phone and I hit redial because before he got in, I said, you okay? He said, yeah, I just called him and let them know that I was home and this, that, and the other. So I went to his phone and I hit redial and my nephew's number came up. So I hung up immediately, put the phone down, and I said, okay, yeah. So I already knew. I just wanted to have my own little do-wah-diddy of evidence, right? So that's the only time that I've done that. Okay, that's the only time that I have done that. I don't need to go through nobody's phone. Okay. Now, yeah, am I nosy? Hell yeah, I'm nosy. In fact, shit, I may have patented the term nosy in some regards. Okay. But at the same time, your phone is your phone. Why do I need to go through your phone? Do I trust you? Okay. Do I trust you? Because what are you expecting to get out of it? Okay. What are you expecting to get out of it? Going through somebody, what are you looking for? Okay. I have heard the stupidest shit when folks sitting up there talking about um oh well, hell, if you trust me and all this, that, and the third, you will understand that we should have no secrets and you should want to give me your thing because what you got to hide? How come I can't have your password? And this, that, and other. What the fuck do you need the password to the phone for? You ain't calling nobody. Why do you need to? And if so, what is it about my password that you need? Okay. If my phone is ringing, if I want you to answer, I'll tell you, grab my phone, answer it for me. If I want you to answer it. Okay. Or if I say I'm looking for a call and y'all know I'm all over the house or whatever, I'm in the kitchen, I'm expecting a phone call, let me know, you know, because I may not hear it ring. But most of us have said that your phone ringing. Okay. Now the nosiness in us, if you want to say, well, who are you talking to? Okay. And that's that insecure shit. You know, especially if it's somebody that you're liking. Ooh, pardon my indulgence. That's Otis Max line. So, what do you think? Huh? What y'all think? Leah, what you say? You say, hell no. Where's the trust in that relationship if it gets to that point? Exactly. And Dan, okay, so let's go beyond trust. That's the first thing that we talk about. Trust. Okay, you don't trust me. Okay, but let's just say, just the sheer out know, what the fuck did you expect to find? What is it that you're looking for? Why are you that obsessed? And let me go here. Here's something else I'm transparent with because, yes, I'm one of them ones, you know, I'm that girl. Okay. I am one who believes, and I'm learning how to get over this, that if we are together, there should be no secrets, right? I should be able to know what your life is for the most part. Now, we all have little, you know, private moments or whatever when we go to God in prayer and blah, 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 blah. But there should not be something so damaging that I don't know about it if we in relationship. Okay. And that's platonic. If I got you in my inner circle, there should not be secrets between us. At least that's how I feel. Okay. Now I'm gonna let you have your life. Okay. And yes, we set up boundaries and be like, okay, listen, give me a minute. Cause like my road dog and I had to learn how to deal with him. He's an only child. And so somebody like me who is very gregarious and very outspoken and very, I'm a people person, this, that, and other. He's self-contained. He's that one who is self-contained, honey, and doesn't, he's very private. So he don't know about having people in his business because he's been an only child. He's never had to have brothers. He's never had to have fighting about, you in my clothes and all that kind of bullshit. He's never had that. Okay. So it's always been his world, right? So somebody like me coming about and be like, okay, what you doing? And he don't feel like talking. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. I thought we were friends. And that's shit. What you getting an attitude about that for? I had to learn he'll tell me whatever the fuck he ready. Okay. And if he don't tell me, I have to be the one okay with it. Okay. And carrying on. But see, here's the other thing. Here's where folks get mad at me. They get mad at me because, like, if I sit down and meditate on something and I get stuff spiritually and carrying on or intuitively and whatever, and I say, oh, okay, yeah, I felt that in my spirit. I told y'all that before. The children hate when I say that. They hate it because they think I'm lying, number one. Number two, I'm like, no, what you thinking that you keep a secret from me or whatever, but hell, if it drops in my spirit that that's what it is, okay, it'll confirm itself. And when you tell me or don't tell me, then all of a sudden your patterns and stuff start to add up to it. Okay, that's what that is. And it's like, okay. Sometimes I get shit and will be in the ballpark. I may not get it specifically, but I get the ballpark of it, and folks can't stand that shit. Folks can't stand when I do that. And so I've had to learn how to just be quiet with them. But my mother told me that. My mother told me that. She said, honey, just nod and said, mm-hmm. Okay. And then you just give all that back to God and be like, okay, Lord, yeah, you told me. Thank you. Because it becomes that particular kind of thing. So yeah, but I don't have no. And I'm not expecting you to go through mine. I'm not expecting you to go through mine because if you go through mine, honey, you're gonna see a lot of porn. Now I'm gonna tell you now, I got all kinds of porn on my phone. In the video clips that carried out of hell, you may see me. Okay, so you want to be nosy? Okay, but what are you trying to accomplish with that? What is that supposed to prove? Okay, because it's more than just trust. You want me to prove my love to you. Why? Okay. Why? And why is it that it's always on something? Why is it that every time you're insecure, your insecurity is always about me doing something wrong or on the brink of something? Huh? Why is that? Interesting. Okay, DC, is this you talking about something? Bring me in. Check your inbox because I've sent you the link. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me go to my page. I want to hopefully. So I don't know why this thing don't show up. I think I know why, because he probably has not accepted StreamYard on his Facebook. Just say yes, and that's probably why it's coming up. Facebook user. Whenever y'all are on here, and y'all are on the Facebook, and you want to interact with me and carry on, there's going to be a thing in there that says StreamYard activated or give StreamYard permission. You're going to have to hit that. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to end up being just a Facebook user on my end, and all of those particular shenanigans. Okay. So now, okay, I'm trying not to go up in here because, okay, it's 11 comments, but it's only showing me a few of them. Oh, come on. See, what I don't like about Facebook is that I had to go up in here and do it in real time because we're live. So when I try to go look at the comments or whatever, it will have me do the comments as they come down, right?
comments or whatever.
And okay, so let me turn this volume down so y'all don't hear me doubling and things. And so now I got to go up in here to see who's doing what. Okay. To make sure I'm sending out the right things. Okay. To make sure I'm sending out the right things. Okay, now you may not be on that page. Now, how about that? Okay. Now I got to figure out what page you are. So be that as it may, darlings. But nonetheless, that's what we're dealing with, honey. So let me go to the next question because y'all got quiet on this. I hope if I stepped on your toes, let me know, honey. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Those of you who feel you're supposed to, those of you who feel that it's your duty to do it, let me hear from you. Let me hear from you. If you feel that passionate about it, you have to be the one to go through your partner's phone book, your husband, your wife, your partner, your significant other. Okay, if you that bitch, okay, they say, yeah, I'm gonna go through it because goddamn it, I'm supposed to, because we don't share, we share. If you that person, let me hear you. Okay, let me hear you. Okay, because I want to hear this. I really want to see what all of this is and why you feel it necessary to go there. Okay, state your piece, baby. State your piece. Okay, that's gonna be because we always preach it to the choir. See what happens. A lot of the time we get the children that want to talk and this, that, and other, and that's cute. You know, you going through and all that. All right. And most of us feel the same. You know, a lot of us are in the same boat. You know, we'll say the same things and we'll say, you know, this, that, and third. But where are we? You know, where are we? Okay. Yeah, that is UDC. Okay. Okay. So you watch me on the Dish and Tea page. Lovely. Okay. So yeah. So what is that, honey? What you say? I'm still here, me. I'm waiting on the ones who will go through the phone too. Me too. I want to hear that. I want to hear it. I want to hear from you. Okay. Now where everybody else at? I got 6 people on here looking. I got folks breathing and carrying on. Come on, bring your comments in. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Okay. So that's the first question. Okay. That we got there. Let's go to another one. Okay. And this is very interesting. If your partner, significant other, wife, husband, or whatever, spouse, if your significant other gets their dream job in a city far away from your family, are you willing to relocate? Let me do that one more time. If your significant other gets their dream job in a city far away from your family, are you willing to relocate? Huh? Yeah, that's okay. So we're gonna move on. Okay, let's come out of this question. We're gonna create another one. Okay. We're gonna create another banner. Okay. The question for this one is, if your significant other gets their dream job, okay, in a city far away from your family, are you willing to relocate? Huh? If your significant other gets their dream job in a city far away from your family, are you willing to relocate? Okay. What you say? They want to go through others' phones because they're scared. They're cheating. Yes. Okay. Oftentimes, that's usually the problem. That, you know, But it's a little bit more than that too, because it's not just scared that they cheating. They trying to sit up there and have control of who your friends are, who you communicating with, because everybody, okay, I know you talking about me, what you saying, especially with something when y'all in an argument or whatever the case may be, what you saying, what you talking about, who you talking about me with. They don't need to be in my business, especially if it's somebody they can't stand. Okay. If it's somebody they can't stand, and why you got to tell them my business? It becomes all of that. It becomes all of that. Groups that I ain't moving for no man. Okay. I ain't moving for no man. Let's see, for me, if your significant other gets their dream job in a city far away from your family, are you willing to relocate? Let me say this. I have never been put in a position to where my significant other, excuse me, that we are a partnership and that I'm doing it to support his dreams and caring. I've never been put in that position. Now, have I moved? I moved away. Hell, I live here in Atlanta. My family's in Detroit. Okay, we are almost 700 miles away from each other. Okay. And when I lived in New York is about the same distance. Okay. But that was me moving for me. I didn't move for a significant other or anything of that nature. Now, I told my road dog this, if he needed me to come back to New York, I would come back, because that's my road dog, okay? I told that to my best friend. My best friend knows that. My best friend, Yubi knows, honey, bitch, if she calls me and say, girl, I need you, and I know the difference in them tones, okay? And ain't no bullshit. She know I'm there, okay? And carrying on. But I have not been, no, when Yubi lived in Indianapolis, child, she sent for me to come down to she had a trailer home in Indianapolis. What? I forgot the name. It's right on the border of Indiana and Michigan, outside of Cassopolis. I can't think of the name of the town he was in. But he was there. And he sent for me to come down because number one, he wanted me to come and visit. Number two, he locked me in the damn. He locked me in the trailer. I could have burned up. Okay. I could have burned the damn hell up, but he locked me up so that I could finish writing my play. Okay, and I did. But but he needed me to come down and carry it on. That's how we ended up becoming roommates. When he had divorced his wife and carried on, he was like, no, I can't live in this place by myself. I need you here. And I came out and I moved in with him. So that's how, a lot of that come to be. So, but I've never had that in the reverse where I was smitten for someone or I was in relationship with someone and we were at that point to where it's like, okay, I'm going to follow you wherever you go kind of thing. I've never had that position. Would I do it now? I don't think I would now. I'm over 50. And at this particular stage of the game, if you're moving for a job and this is your dream job, I don't know. See, my dream job is, I still want to get into voiceovers and carrying on, which is why this exists and things. So I can, get my chops together and blah, 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 get myself out there, a little bit more than what I'm doing. And, to get into all of that, to get into voiceover work, to get on stage and, to produce films and to direct, and be in front of the camera because I'm still an actor. Okay. However, at this particular stage of the game, I wouldn't expect anybody to up and leave with me because this entertainment business is not for everybody. It's not. It really is not. And trying to be in a relationship, having all kinds of hours and carrying on, and if you're already insecure about sex and carrying on, honey, listen. And then, I'm a big old freak on top of it. And how I know how we play. No, I don't need all of that. I don't need all of that in my life to sit down here and to stifle me to go through any of that. So I would not expect anybody to say, okay, they're going to up and leave with me, particularly when their comfort zone is with all of their family. And I think that might be a proviso too, because some folks will say, yeah, because they're not close with their families and carrying on, and they give rat's ass about the family. But there are those who family is everything to them, and to sit down and to say, okay, I'm going to leave my family and I have no support system. If I don't have a support system, honey, then that's a scary situation. That's a very scary situation. But here is where it is. Where is your faith? Now, if you're a person of faith, where is your faith? And then here is the big thing. Am I going out here strictly on your dime? Because that's where the trust got to be. Because, see, I've always been told you don't go nowhere. You do not go anywhere, honey, without no mad money. Because at any given point, somebody can get mad and leave you somewhere. And you always got to make sure you can get home. Okay, you always got to make sure that you can get home. Okay? So with that being said, yeah, honey, I've never been put in that position. So I don't think that I would at this particular point in my life. I don't think that I would, And if the shoe was on the other foot, I wouldn't ask you to leave with me. I wouldn't ask you that. Now, if you told me you was coming, that's your decision. Okay, that's your decision. And then we have to make, now I am going to be that person to make sure that you get self-sustained and this, that, and the other. But see, here's the thing with that, and this has happened to me all the time. I would get folks and, like folks who stayed with me and this, that, and the other. Once you get on your fucking feet, then it's like, okay, fuck you. Arrivederci. Okay, thank you, say no more. And so now you're like, I'm like a stepchild in some regards. Hey, what's going on? And this, that, and the other. But then there are moments where I'm like, okay, I bless you on your way, honey. I was just a stepping stone that you needed to propel you forward. So, some people are in your reason for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, right? And sometimes the season just may be over. And those are some of the lessons that you got to falter through. You got to learn through, in order to make it happen, in order to make a difference, in order to see where you are in this. What lessons did you learn from it? Because some folks are there so you can learn a lesson. Now let me change that. Everybody is in your life so that you learn a lesson. How about that? Everybody who comes into your life, family, friend, business associate, okay, acquaintance, stranger, everybody who you encounter in your life is there for you to learn a lesson. Okay? That's what that is. Leah, what you say? If I were in this situation, I probably would not have because of my aging parents. But if I wasn't, I would go as long as I was able to find a job in my current line of work. Dig that. See, that's the other thing. Because, see, now you're talking about jumping ship, having to go, and now your life gets uprooted, and now you got to go up here and fend for yourself and things of that nature while they're getting it together, because everything is new. So now, you're out of your comfort zone. Now you got to find a job, make sure you're able to sustain yourself. You don't know the layout of the land, so you don't know what the good areas or the bad areas are, the high price areas, and not, you don't know. Okay. And then what if the job that the significant other is in, honey, start to push him or her into their position to where you are non-factor? You know what I'm saying? Because there's some jobs, they'll tell you, okay, the people that you got in your life, you're going to have to leave them alone because we're going here in this direction. Depending on the industry that you're in. How about that? Okay. How about that? Mm-hmm. So yes. Yeah, what you think, children? What you think? DC, I thought you wanted to come on up in here. I told you, go check your inbox. I sent you the link. Okay. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Oh no, he done left. Okay, he's not here anymore. Okay. So in any event, okay, put your comments up in here, children. Put your comments. Don't get scared. Don't get scared, Danny. Don't be scared. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question, honey. The question is, do you feel both partners should contribute equally? Okay, how about that? Equally. Okay. To all household expenses. It said bills, but I said expenses. Okay. Why or why not? Huh? Can we do that? Do you feel both partners should contribute equally to all household bills? Why or why not? Talk to me. As far as I'm concerned, hell yes. Hell yes. Everybody needs to contribute equally. Equally. And for me, my definition of equally would mean what you guys have agreed upon that what y'all gonna do for the household. Okay. If you say, okay, I'm gonna take the lights and the gas, you take the rent and the water, okay. We both pay our own phone bills. You know what I'm saying? If that's what the agreement is, then yeah. Okay. If we sit up here and say, okay, I'm going to handle I'll handle the rent, you handle the utilities. Okay, whatever the agreement is, that there is what equally is going to be. Because it's not about the amount of money. It's about, okay, we got to make sure we sustain this house. Okay, and I think that there is going to be the qualifier. What we are doing to sustain this house. Okay, because we got lights, we got cable, we got gas, we got water. Okay. Everybody got their own phone bill. Now, if we're in a family plan, then that means everybody contributes to their own family plan. And we say you got the 4 phones for $25 a month and carrying on, okay, fine. If you know that you done went over the damn data thing or what, then hell, everybody gonna pay that data equally. Or better yet, no, you know damn well what you did with that phone. Okay. Sitting up here on the gaming units and shit, okay? If you got children or adults, and for those who want to sit down there and get into that shit, okay, you know what this is. So there's no need of getting all that way and bent out of shape and blah, blah. No, sweetheart. We know that the bills come every month. If it's one thing that's most consistent, honey, a bill will come every motherfucking month. Okay? Okay. Okay. You can forget all you want to, but you know what's coming. I'm talking to myself on that one because, hell, I keep forgetting that the first of the month is when my student loan is due, right? Mm-hmm. So what ends up happening, oh shit, I forgot. Okay. And so then I said, okay, I'm going to pay it. So I got to wait on the next check because the first check of the month is usually the rent check, right? It's the second check that you got to wait for to get everything together. So if you forgot on the second check because something popped up, came up, whatever the case may be, it got to roll over. So now they come sending you, you 30 days late, and thank God they don't report to the credit union until you're 60 days late, right? So now you're 30 days late on the first one. The first came back around, so now the new payment is due. Ugh. So it's not like you can pay the $50 that you owe. They want the whole thing. Since you owe $100, you got to pay $100. So that's what you have to do, you know. So it rolls around. So we got to get that done. And blah, they actually explain. So, okay. But the bills are going. What you say, Jan? 30 days roll around fast. Yes, God. Well, see, you look at it from this way, because most of us live from paycheck to paycheck, and I cannot wait. You know, let me rechange. I'm gonna rephrase that, honey. My day is coming where I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. My day is coming where everything I need financially, I could just go and get it. Okay, whether it is stored in the bank, my resource pool financially will be at a state to where I have no worries about financial stability. Okay, one of my mantras is that, have y'all seen my TikTok? Wait a minute, let me put my TikTok up here. Okay, let me go pull her up. Oh, wait a minute. I can't pull it up like that. I got to maneuver it. But I did an affirmation on TikTok. Okay, y'all go follow my TikTok. It's at Big Meech. What am I? 7109, I think. Am I Big Meech 7109 on the TikTok? I think I am. Anywho, I have an affirmation of that I play almost daily. I've been missing the last few days, but I play it so that I can tell myself this, and that it's embedded in and imbrued onto my my psyche, you know. And so because of that, yeah, Big Me 7109. That's my TikTok. Okay. What'd you say, Michael? Hey, Meech, I agree. I think groceries should be 50-50 as well. Okay, you said, and the groceries. Hot damn. Okay, you know what? Now that's something that's real good. Grocery bill should be 50-50. Now here's where this is, honey. Yeah, 50-50, but if you know that you's a hungry motherfucker, honey, you know to put more money in. Point blank, period. Okay? If you know that you are a walk-in trash dumpster, okay, or a walking Pac-Man, okay, to where you just gobble, okay, if you gobble like that, then you know that you need to put, maybe you need to put in 75-50, okay, and call it grace, okay. Now we're in a partnership, honey, so that means if this is going into the refrigerator, we're to make sure that this is going to sustain us, because we are doing this for the household. Okay, especially if there's children involved, or we have extra gas, and this is here to everybody who contributes to the house. If you can, and my household, no, honey, everybody who go in that motherfucking refrigerator, no, they better put something in there. Okay, that goes, and I shouldn't have to tell you that. I shouldn't have to tell you that. See, that's the part that gets me. I've had people that live with me, honey, that sit down here and look dumb and stupid because ain't no milk. Well, you knew it wasn't no motherfucking milk when you drunk the last swig of it, bitch. Now, why in the hell ain't you went to the grocery store? We ain't got no milk, and we ain't gonna have none, damn it. Shit, you knew that? You know? Oh, I'm having flashbacks, child. When we were running the House of Divinity, my best friend and I told y'all this before, we had a 2-bedroom basement apartment, honey. We had 8 other people in that apartment with us because it was part of our ministry, honey. We had started the House of Divinity. I'm a mother of a house, okay? And all of the people that lived with us, honey, they were what society would call the dregs of society. We had a lot of dope fiends, honey, you know, homeless children, hustlers, and carrying on. But we were showing them how to utilize their higher power, whatever they called their higher power. Okay. We had to deal with that. So a lot of them, they knew the hustles of the street. They knew where to go get the free food and carry it on. And like I told them, I don't have to tell you the damn refrigerator is empty when your big ass is up in here with me eating more than I do. How about that? So I shouldn't have to tell you to take your ass down there to go get a food basket or whatever, because you already know. And if I got to tell you there's something that you need to put something in this house, then we have a major problem with that then, don't we? I don't have to tell you shit. These damn dishes, honey, the dishes are dirty. Why? Because your ass been drinking water like everybody else. Clean up the goddamn dishes. I don't have to tell you that. I don't have to ask you that. The dishes are dirty. Clean the goddamn kitchen. Okay? And if I have to ask, then we have a problem. Okay? I told my family if they have a birthday or get in some ish in the middle of the month, they shit out of luck. Well, how about it? Not if they do it in the middle of the month, baby. Okay, you stupid, Jan. You dumb. You dumb. But I understand it because those of us, it's the middle of the month where everything get rocky. You know, because you know what? When you being paid bi-weekly, this is what I was going about when I'm saying for those of us who get paycheck to paycheck. 30 days comes very quickly because you only get 2 paychecks a month. Okay? You only get paid twice a month. So all of us are on and mentally, we are on pay date time. You know, we're on pay date time. So okay, like today is payday. Okay, it's Friday. This will be payday. So the next payday is what's today? Today is the 12th. The next payday, that's the 26th. Well, shit, that's the end of the month. So that's the rent check all over again. That is the fucking rent check. Okay, because the first is the week after. Okay, the in between week before you get the next paycheck. Okay, so how about that? So when we talk about, you know, every 30 days, well, shit, most of us are wired. We doing every 15 because we every 2 weeks. So shit, you just paid a bill. Then you pay more bills because the second check is the bills, you know, the other bills. And then the first check again, come the rent all over again. So it's like, well, damn, didn't I just pay this? Yeah, but here we go again. You know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where we at? Me and my roomie have an unwritten agreement. Nobody touches each other's stuff. I learned my lesson when I got Jones soda and she got mad. Oh, okay. We each do our own dishes. Now, stupid Marlo years ago didn't, and I wanted to put her dishes, I wanted to put her dishes on her bed. My mother did that one time. Okay. Put the dish pan on my bed because I didn't do the dishes. So she's like, oh, you ain't going to sleep until they get done. Okay. How about that? Okay. When Mom and I got our reverse stripper club going, get our reverse stripper club going, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be butt naked and they going to pay me to put some clothes back on. Are you so goddamn dumb? Not the reverse stripper club, honey. Okay. They going to throw it up there. Woo, girl, put that stocking back on. Cover it up, baby. Okay. I can't. I can't. Whew, that's comedy right there. That is comedy. That is pure comedy. Okay. So yes, honey, that there is that. So yeah, okay. All right, now here we go. Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Y'all ready? You ready? You ready? All right, here we go. Okay. Your sex tape just leaked. Okay. Online. What's the first thing? Wait a minute. What's the first thing you're doing after you find out? Huh? All right, your sex tape just leaked online. What's the first thing you're doing after you find out? Your sex tape just leaked online. What's the first thing you're going to do after you find out? Let me share something. I've told y'all this before. It wasn't, no, I have a couple things out there that's online, but I put them there. Okay, I put them there, and I had some very risque pictures of me and carried on, and yeah, no, they're nudes, and provocative, risque type photos or whatever, and you know, they got folks done found them and carried on and put them in some of those little, those little what's them stupid ass little websites, get your uncle shits and hot ass mess website type things, and I had to get the page removed because what you're not gonna do is sit down there and have my shit up there, but then block me from the page that I can't comment on my own shit. Okay. Um. So yeah, you know. But here's the thing, especially now that we are post lockdown, and we had a whole, that whole 2 years of being on the internet and carrying on, and we couldn't go and touch and this, that, and the other. I know there's gonna be a whole bunch of shit out there, to where folks have done a lot of stuff, a whole bunch of sex tapes. We had a whole bunch of OnlyFans pages made, and those who are Zooming and StreamYard and all this other stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of things out there, child, that 20 years from now, when folks want to run for public office or whatever, people are going to want to go and find and things of that nature. But my whole thing is this, and I've been asking this question for a long time, and I still have not gotten a sufficient answer. We are multifaceted people. Okay. Sex is a part of life. So why is it that we get upset because someone has a sex tape or someone decided that they wanted to record themselves? Now, I'm not talking about those who did not know that they were being recorded, and you embarrassing these folks and carrying on, because a lot of private people, do not like to, they want it to be private or whatever. But why is it that you private folks want to sit down there and get mad at the exhibitionists? Okay. Why do you private people always want to criticize those who feel as though they could be open about their sexuality and their sexual escapades and sessions and experiences and carrying on? Why is that a problem for you? Huh? Why is it a problem for the American people? Because we get all bent out of shape because there was a sex tape out there, somebody sucking somebody dick, somebody getting fucked, whatever the case may be. Y'all want to get bent out of shape because they got it on TV or it's online, and oh my God, and why would you do something like that? Why the hell wouldn't he or wouldn't she? It's sex. I'm an adult. I wanted to have sex, and I decided that I wanted to tape it. And in this particular point, for those who put it online, I wanted to share it. So why is that a problem for you? Why is it that the private people who feel as though that oh no, it's a lot of religious children, and I'm not gonna put that all on the church, because it's not just the church that think that way. Because some of you church motherfuckers, honey, y'all are some dirty bitches. Okay. But why is it that you private children, or those who feel as though that's supposed to be behind closed doors, why is it that you want to sit down and shove that message down everybody's throat for folks who feel as though I don't have to be that private? I don't want to be that private. I get off on letting folks see me, letting folks watch me. Why is that a problem for America? Because we sit down and we listen. You know, now that we have the internet, I'm still upset about the school board that fired the teacher for being on a honeymoon with her husband. You hear me? With her husband, having a glass of wine, and she was in a bathing suit or something, and some of the parents had saw the picture or whatever, and they reported her. Talking about she's online looking like this. She's with her husband. It wasn't like she was on the stripper pole, and even if she was on the motherfucking pole, bitch, what difference does that make to you? And why is it that the school board felt that they had to fire her? I'm still pissed off about that. And so now when I look at politicians and carrying on, everybody trying to find scandal and things of that nature. And, you know, we praise the fact that the Obamas got through 8 years and did not have no fuddy-duddy scandals and carrying on. Y'all had a little this made-up shit that y'all wanted to, you know, the tan suit, child, him wearing a tan suit was the biggest scandal that he had. Okay? But why is it that we get so bent out of shape because folks have a sex tape or whatever? Huh? Why is it? Okay, why do we act as though sex? See, this here goes to that thing of wanting to create sex and make it dirty and carry it on. And for those of you who sit down and want to live in the world where you want to believe that sex is only for procreation, lies and garbage, because it wouldn't be that pleasurable if it was only for procreation. And if it was only for procreation, then everybody would have the means to. We wouldn't have folks who are barren and those who have low testosterone and carrying on and cannot produce children. That would not be part of this equation if everybody was supposed to do that. Okay, the world would not be as topsy-turvy as it is over sex, because sex sells, honey. I don't give a damn how many times we can sit down there and do all kind of euphemisms or whatever to say sex. Every time somebody bring up sex, or that we all get to chuckling, you know what I mean, you know, kind of talk, whatever. We got tons and tons and tons and tons of songs that I made about how I want to lay you down and this, that, and the other. And all we got maximum is about 20 minutes worth of damn activity, and everything else is fantasy you done made up in your damn head. But we get bent out of shape about sex. The most basic and natural thing here. Child. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What you say? I'm peddling that motherfucker outside church because them deacons go be in it. You gonna sell that? Shut up, fool. You gonna say? I'm sick of you. With the line of work I'm in, which requires a clearance, I have to report it right away, and that would be quite embarrassing because there would be a crap ton of questions I have to sit through. You know what? And again, see, now you talking about clearances and carrying on, and see that's see, you military and carrying on, princess. So see, that's a whole nother thing. See, we are so busy trying to create this perfect society and this perfect world, and everybody's supposed to be above reproach or whatever, but yet you want to make laws and stuff to tell everybody what they can and cannot do. That makes no sense. And then when they do it in the privacy of their own homes, because I know I'm still torn with that, with Judge Clarence Thomas. Now that they've overturned Roe v. Wade, he said we ought to look at going into the Privacy Act. And y'all know that Privacy Act law, that was a Supreme Court ruling, is about gay sex, because that was the gay couple that had got arrested in their own home, honey. In their own home. Police came up in there and arrested them children because they were having sex. 2 men. And so that they took that all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled that was unconstitutional. And so we won. That was the right to privacy. Okay, but now you talking about wanting to overturn that and look at that, re-examine that? The fuck is you talking about? This is what I pay. I bought a home because your laws say fucking in public, honey, is indecent exposure. So where am I supposed to do it? The thing about the tan suit scandal is that they didn't blink an eye when Reagan wore that tan suit when he was in office. Side eye. Exactly. Oh, and what pissed me off about it was that they were the way how they were so arrogantly standing in their position about that. I was like, what? It's a suit. What the hell are you talking about? And what the hell? Could somebody please explain to me what does presidential supposed to mean? Oh, that wasn't very presidential. He didn't look presidential. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Huh? What? Never mind. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Anywho. All right, children, I am sweating. And I'm sitting up here. I'm going to get up from here. Wait a minute. Do I got one more question? Oh, okay. Here's the philosophical one. Okay, I got two. No, I'm going to leave that one alone. I done talked about the church enough. I done talked about the church enough, honey. But here's this. Should adults be allowed to buy alcohol for kids at parties in their own homes? Should adults be allowed to buy alcohol for kids at parties in their own homes? Let's talk about that. I'm hosting a party. It's in my house. I know that my kids, they are of age, but they can't drink. They're not of drinking age. But I decide that I am going to okay them having alcohol. Okay. I'm going to okay them saying that they could come on in and have a shot or two. Okay. Or whatever the case may be. I say, okay, right? So what's the problem? Y'all talk to me. I say, hell motherfucking no. I do, listen, if it's your own kids and you are there with your own children and you are of the mindset of, well, listen, I want you to have your first drink with me so I can monitor you and this, that, and other. I could teach you about alcohol. Let's understand what this is, that kind of thing. Okay, fine. I'm not necessarily in agreement with that, but I understand it. Okay. If I am that cool uncle, okay, know my nephew or my niece trying to get the little doo-wop ditty on and things of that nature, I know they're responsible and thing, and I just want to be a little, cutesy. I may slide them a beer here and there or whatever, because I figure that, in my estimate and my judgment, not right or wrong, I know it's wrong, but, morally or any kind of, because they're legally, because they're underage, right? But if I'm that cool uncle, like, now y'all drink this here, don't tell your mama, shh, kind of shit. Okay. But when you're talking about flat out throwing a party where you're inviting other people's kids over here, and you sitting up here buying alcohol so you could, I don't care. No, you can't buy Sharps beer because that's still beer. I don't care that it's non-alcoholic. It's beer. It's just beer. Okay, Sharps is a beer. It's malted. Okay, it's not ginger beer. Which is really ginger ale. That's not what that is. Okay. All right. Now, if you want to buy something, get you some sparkling apple juice, honey. Sparkling juice, which is nothing but apple juice with carbonation in it, honey. Okay. Make you a mocktail or whatever, which is called punch. Okay. And call it grace. Why would any adult want to sit down there and be responsible for somebody else's kids on that level? Because if they leave your place intoxicated in any degree, okay, if they fall and hurt themselves on your property or outside, because all they can say is, I'm drunk. Who got you drunk? Oh, I'm leaving so-and-so's party. You can be sued, sugar. You can be sued. Okay, they're coming for everything. They're coming for you. And you can be arrested for serving underage, It's the same thing. It's just like going to a bar. If a bartender continues to serve you alcohol, knowing that you already wasted, and you go out and either you drink and drive, or you get hurt, or you hurt somebody, that bartender, along with the establishment, can be sued. Because the establishment first, and then the bartender would be sued separately and independently. Okay, because of the liability. No, honey, why would you do that as a parent? Put on that kind of responsibility on you like that because you're trying to be cool. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. If everyone in there is 21, then that means they can buy their own goddamn liquor then, can't they? Why would you as a parent be at a party that you're throwing for adults? Why would you party with your children? I'm not one of those parents that do that like that. Okay. I don't do that. I'm old school. My mother did not party with us in that capacity. If there was a party, it was family friendly, and there was a respect level that was there. It wasn't about me trying to get high, smoking weed and drinking the shit with my mama. The fuck is that? Because I know when I get into my spirit of care, I know how I get. Okay? I don't need my mother to see me in that particular element. And I don't need to see her in that element. Shit. Honey, she had a life before I was born. And while I was a baby, honey, listen. Essie Lorraine, honey, was a street girl, honey. Okay, not necessarily a party girl, but she was out there. She was a street girl. Gambling and carrying on, honey. My mother got her hustle. She ran horses and played the horses and all that kind of shit. I don't need to see her in that particular element. Was she cussing and talking shit and carrying on and flirting and making goo-goo eyes and carrying on? No, why? So the first time I saw my mother Google, with her boyfriend and carrying on, and she was working up on some dick, child, it scared me. Okay, because I was like, girl, who in the hell is this? My mother just became just one old girl, honey. Oh, she got to laughing and carrying on, honey, and I was like, girl, who is this woman? And because I don't know her, but I wasn't supposed to know her, honey, because she was trying to get her thing, her groove. Okay, she became stunned and was getting her groove, honey. I don't know the groove. I'm not supposed to know the groove. Okay, no, I wasn't being nosy. What the fuck is you talking about? I wasn't being nosy.
No, I'm not meaning in a bad way.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't being nosy, honey. Mama and Edward was sitting on the couch. They on the couch. I'm in the house, honey. Shit, she wasn't in her room. I'm on the couch. They on the couch, and all of a sudden they got the laugh. She did that, and she slapped him in his chest.
Oh,
and I said, "Who in the hell is this?"
Well,
and I was like, "Oh, girl, wait a minute, honey."
Catch this, because I know she's not watching your show that night. So I can tell this. Guess how I got here? Yours a little bit more gentle and easy. My girl was sitting on the porch drinking her beer, her Budweiser, and drinking some joint juice and smoking her little cigarette. And my daddy, he was the organ player for the church.
Oh, not the organ
The
player.
organ player and the soundtrack, because he could sing back in the day. And he was flirting with my mama. And he said, Janet, come on over, because they've been dating for a minute. Hadn't done anything. He don't unzip his pants and pull the monster out, but Grandma sitting there. Grandma didn't catch that. And they call him stroke for a reason, because she got pregnant 9 times by him and lost each baby. But when it came to me, it was conceived. She would ride them on the front porch. She hiked that stroke, and she would ride the stroke. I was like, oh, Jesus. You have to hear her tell that story. And I asked her one day, I said, because somebody just told me something the other day. Something else that she did, she can do that. But I said, Mom, what's your favorite hobby? She said, what you mean, Tronton? I said, Mama, what's your favorite hobby? What you mean, Tronton? Which one of my sisters you've been talking to? And she did this. Don't start this dumb shit. What's your favorite hobby, mother? I walk up and say something from my voice. She said, I heard that. Yeah, my favorite hobby is on my back in the bed.
Lord,
I fell to the floor.
Have mercy. Now, y'all heard that, child. Okay. So that there is that, honey. I do not agree with should adults buy, I got B. It's supposed to be buy. Damn it. Oh, be allowed to buy alcohol. Okay, I'm half reading this. Okay, that means it's time for me to cut this down short because I'm misreading and carrying on. But that's okay. So, honey, listen, today was one of those days I just want to do a hodgepodge to just come on up in here and just be light and can I just get, listen, the world is already heavy. I got tired of being heavy. Tired of being heavy, honey. Tired of being heavy. Okay, and things, and then, you know, when you just don't feel like doing shit, it's one of them days you just don't feel like doing shit. You know, and rather than not have the show at all, honey, I was like, no, let's come on and let's do a free for all, honey. We're just gonna do a free for all, okay? Just a free for all and call it grace, okay? Now listen, honey, I need for y'all. I'm in the middle of watching the Miss Pat show. I just got through watching the first 2 episodes of the new season, and child, episode 2, child. Got my girls in, honey, Miss Sophia and Miss Funky Dineva, child. That episode is a holler and a half.
Damn, I gotta put it.
It's campy as hell, but it makes a whole bunch of sense, okay? And it's a good thing. It's good TV and carrying on, honey. Go get a laugh and things of that nature. Go watch the Miss Pat show. Season 2 is up on BET Plus. And I really enjoyed the program, even though some I know when the first season they were like, there's a whole bunch of cussing and carrying on, but y'all know that's how we do our homes, child. When you're dealing with street and ghetto folks cuss. Okay. We know households like this to where the hell it's shit. Don't act like it's brand new. What the fuck? See, look, people. And don't that shit just get on your nerve where everybody want to act like they just so fucking brand new with shit. And you know damn well you ain't. You know you ain't. What's the hang up, children? What the hell is the goddamn hang up? Okay? What is it? Okay, is it because it's on television and y'all want to have TV to have a different, this kind of light and hue or whatever the case may be? Okay, why are we upset that television is reflecting the world that we live in? Okay, y'all mad because this got cussing and you're mad because everything got a gay character in it. Now, that's part of the world, honey. That's part of the world. Now we want to make sure that that is adequate representation. Don't give me no caricature. Don't give me nothing that ain't real and carried on. We want to make sure that the stories are genuine and told from a genuine place. Okay, that's all. That's all. Everybody who is walking and breathing on this side of creation, honey, needs to be represented somewhere so they can know that they are part of the world. So that they know that they are part of this world. Nobody wants to feel invisible to everything. You only come out in the dark. They say the freaks come out at night, honey, right? Because in the daytime, they come out in the daytime too, but they're cloaked in the daytime. They got their image on in the daytime, honey. They got their masks on in the daytime. And I'm not talking just because of COVID and monkeypox. Okay. You're wearing your mask because you're afraid to be yourself. And and let me put this proviso on, because here's something I had to learn about me. One of the things about being yourself is this: you know when you're being your authentic self and when you're being the caricature of yourself. You know when you're doing something for attention and you know when you're doing something from the heart. Only you can answer that question, and only you know the difference. So when you feel as though, and when you know as though you being a complete ass and a complete fool or a complete buffoon, then change it and do something about it. Why would you let the masses sit up there and dictate to you how you should dictate and live and live your life? Let me read something. See, I thought I was going to end this, but I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna read this. And this is from my first book, Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, which you can get on my website, by the way, honey, www.dishingtea.com. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I hate that I fucked this up. When I had did a reprint on the books, and I sent in the wrong manuscript, because the way how this typeset on here, I don't like how it's going, and it printed wrong for me. So everybody's like, well, child, you done spent the money. I said I did, and I didn't. When I thought I sent the wrong one. So I know the next time I do this, I'm gonna have to send him the right file. I call this passage the gay stepping Fletcher. Now we know it's step and fetch it, but you know, with gay children, honey, we had a different flair, so we called him Fletcher. Okay, but I call this the gay stepping Fletcher. In a world where acceptance and image is everything, the depths and lengths that one will go through to gain understanding and validation from a mainstream population still amazes me, okay? Many times it's blatantly obvious that the mainstream population does not seem to care one way or the other if one is an active part of the continuum or not. Yet, oftentimes, we will nearly kill ourselves for their approval. This statement holds true for the LGBT community in epidemic proportions, and it's nearly been deemed a travesty against humanity. The LGBT community oftentimes resorted to relying on their sensational stick, you know, the overt ostentatiousness, the colorful commentaries, the flamboyant flair, the quick quips, the joking gestures to provide mainstream society with the entertainment and fuel it needed to continue to ridicule and ostracize a community looking for love and a sense of belonging. These actions are no different from those taken by those who came before us. Mr. Bojangles, the Amos and Andes, the fat girl, fat guy in the smorgasbord line, and etc. The LGBT community has lost itself in the battle of integration and assimilation into mainstream culture. Realizing that the community is a subculture of a subculture, the LGBT community continues to lose grace points by succumbing to the pressure of needing to perform for the masses and going into their gay Stephen Fletcher routine. See, instead of being themselves, the LGBT community becomes caricatures of people they think they are and who they think the mainstream culture wants them to be. Mm-hmm. The lavish language and the frolicking finger snaps, in addition to the polished posture and the inviting, wait a minute, I can't have C, and the inviting innuendos have become a classic routine by which all our mainstream counterparts have insisted that we define ourselves by. The gay Stephen Fletcher is to always be ready at a drop of a dime to provide entertainment and shed enlightenment on who's gay and who's not to the masses. Okay, should we refuse to participate, chaos ensues and problems develop, or even worse, we are no longer accepted by our peers or by our mainstream counterparts. The gay Stephen Fletcher is always supposed to accept being the brunt of all the jokes, the mockery, the scandals, the harassments, the dehumanizing principles, and degrading humor without pause or challenge. If we do challenge it, then the gay Stephen Fletcher is now a troublemaker and is too serious and is always coming out of a bag and needs to lighten up a little. The gay Stephen Fletcher is not supposed to be gay that it hurts the image of other gay Stephen Fletchers, because then it creates an internal pandemonium and it upset. And for those who don't subscribe to the gay Stephen Fletcher beliefs, the gay Stephen Fletcher must now fight harder for normalcy and equity to be accepted into mainstream culture. Okay, so I can't step on nobody else, okay, and call them out. Does any of this sound familiar? Does anyone pay attention to history anymore? For those who feel like the LGBT community is not connected anyway to the civil rights struggle, this is exactly how Blacks felt about images of themselves on the silver screen and in publications. Wasn't this how white counterparts perceived them to be? Isn't this the part of the struggle for equality and the edification of a people, a race, and a culture? Now, here's the sad part. Many of us think that we believe that the gay Stephen Fletcher is just a natural part of us. Many would contest that this offering and will stand on the belief that they are only being themselves and no one can tell them how to act or to behave. I know, because I was one of them. Okay? The gay Stephen Fletcher only emerges when hetero-attractionals are around. That's the thing right there. Okay. I put finger snap, okay. Gay Stephen Fletcher is a bridge to the world of hetero-attractional friendships and camaraderie. Okay. Gay Stephen Fletcher is the litmus test for approval and courtship. Gay Stephen Fletcher is the mask needed to shield the pain and the hurt one may experience if rejected and scorned. And like most images, the time has come for the gay Stephen Fletcher to retire and rest. That image is no longer required to edify one's existence or to glorify the mainstream's distaste for a culture it doesn't understand. It's our birthright to stand tall and be who we are authentically, and not be the fabricated versions of who we thought we ought to be. Believe and understand this. If we are created in the image of the divine creator, then why would we allow anyone else to define whom we should be, what we should do, and how we should behave? Relax, children. It's completely okay to be yourself, but know that you don't have to put on the show. You do not have to show them pepper if salt is on the table. Okay? Always know, if it feels like you're jumping through hoops to make and keep a friend, you must ask yourself, is it really worth it? Thank you, Mr. Gay Stephen Fletcher, for attempting to open doors, but it's not worth me losing my dignity, integrity, and self-worth to walk around them or to walk through them. I'd rather do that on my own merit. That's from my book, Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey. Okay. Always got to put on the airs. Always got to do something. Okay. Always. That's what we got in the reality TV shows. You know, you always got the gay one, honey. That's got to be the quick one to snap and get the cute comebacks and all. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'll give y'all something to consider. Okay. Both of my books are available online, honey. Awakenings and revelations, affirmations, and confirmations. Wait a minute. Let me show y'all both of them. Okay. Awakenings, Epiphanies along a spiritual journey, the companion piece, revelations, affirmations, and confirmations. Yes, they're both available online. They're $15 a piece, honey. But I think I'm gonna do a special because I haven't sold the book in a minute, honey. Y'all know y'all don't like to read everything. I guess I got to make an audio book or something, or a miniature movie because y'all want the cliff notes. But yeah, okay, they're $15 a piece. You get them online. On my website, and you get them directly from me, so I autograph them for you. Both of them, even if both of them come to the same address, honey, I will autograph both books. Yes. Okay. So with that being said, honey, let me let you guys go. I'm gonna get up, honey, take this shirt off and relax because I've been sitting in this chair a little too long. Y'all see I'm scratching my face and time for me to shave, and I need to take a nap because I'm supposed to be going to the laundromat, honey. I want to go to the laundromat and get some of this damn laundry done. And I like to go to the 24-hour ones because in that time in the morning, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, ain't nobody there, and I don't have to fight for the machines. So be that as it may. Listen, sugars, honey, thank you for your time and for joining us today. If you like us and love us the way that you do, honey, tell all of your family and your friends to come in, like, subscribe, share on all the platforms that you see us on: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, okay, Twitter. Okay, like us on all of the programs, on all the platforms. But if you hate us or don't like what I'm saying, you think I'm too big, too fat, ain't got no teeth, or whatever you want to say, honey, if that's what caused you grief and malice or whatever, you could tell all of your motherfucking enemies, honey, to like, subscribe, and to share. Okay, tell your enemies to do it, and that's fine. You ain't got to tell your enemies then to do it, okay? Because I want you to understand one or two things, honey. Everything that we're doing over here, honey, at 3 the Hard Way, the Syndicate, honey, everything that we're doing in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, honey, will move forward, honey. You may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meats, honey. Until the next time that we come in, let's see, in between time, honey, y'all catch my Big Meats moments, okay? Catch the Big Meats moments and things, honey. And then we will see you guys again next week, honey. And we will do all of that. So until then, should I sing y'all out? No, I don't feel it. See, I told y'all I just don't feel it, honey. So, woohoo! See? Y'all got a little one. So with that being said, honey, good night, good night, good night. We thank you. We love you, and we will see you guys the next time, okay? So, scene.